Hello everyone. So today let's learn about while loop. Yes, so let's begin with the syntax of the while loop, which goes something like this: while, condition, and the block. So it's very simple. First, condition is checked. If the condition is true, control enters the block, executes the statements of the while loop, and before coming out of the loop, the control goes back to the condition, and this process continues till the condition turns false. So if you compare it with for loop, you will find that there are few similarities between both for and while. See, in for, let me write the syntax in simple words. It is something like this. So here also, first initialization happens, then condition is checked. If the condition is true, statements execute, and before coming out of the block, control goes to the upgrade expression, then back to the condition. So this loop continues the execution till condition turns false, right? Now, in both the syntax, if you see carefully, you will see that both are testing the condition first, and only if it is true, control enters the block. So that is the reason both for and while are called entry controlled loops. Okay. And the difference between for and while: for is a definite loop where we know number of iterations in advance. And while comes under indefinite loop where number of iterations are not known in advance. Okay, so that was little info about for and while. Now, but you can do a program using any of the loop if used correctly. But for is generally suitable when number of iterations are known in advance, because you do all the three things: initialization, condition, and upgrade at one place easily. So for loop is recommended when you know number of iterations in advance, whereas while is used for indefinite loops where the iterations are not fixed, are not known in advance. So now, since you're clear with the syntax, the working of while, let's do it through a program. Yeah. So I have a program written over here. Here, this program is to input a number and perform the following. You're counting number of digits and you have to find sum of the digit. So whenever you have to do anything with the digits of a number, while is preferred. You can count the number of digits in the number. You can print sum of its digits. You can find product of its digit. You can do so many programs involve extraction of the digit. Okay. So in most of the programs, the logic is same. So this is one of the most important program of extracting the digit. Once you're clear with extracting the digit logic, you can apply it in many similar programs. So now let's go for the dry run. Let's understand the dry run. Here I will do it once again. So here basically what we are doing is we are accepting a number and we are using two variables, C for counting the digits and S for finding sum of the digits. So here we write the condition as n greater than 0. Your number greater than 0. Obviously, if you enter a number, the condition we are applying is it should be greater than 0. Then only it will be called a positive number. And here we are using R for extracting the digits. R is equal to n mod 10, n is equal to n by 10, and C is counting the digits, and S is finding sum of the digits. So let's understand the dry run. I already did here, but see carefully. I will explain it once again. Now, suppose your n value you input is 123. Okay. So first time when you see the first iteration, okay, first time n greater than 0 is true, right? So the control enters the block and it will find R, which is n mod 10. Now 123 mod 10, how will you find that? 10 12s are 120. So here this is your n by 10 value and this is your n modulo 10, right? So your R stores 3 and n will be 12. In the first iteration, your R will be 3, the remainder, and n will be 12, the quotient. Okay. And C is equal to C plus 1. You are increasing C. The count value of C and S is 0 initially. So C equal to C plus 1 will make it 1. So this is your first iteration. So your N becomes 12. Remainder becomes 3. Count increases to 1 and S will be S plus R, which is 3. So S becomes 3. Now from here, the control goes to the next iteration. From here, the control goes back to this. Now what is your n value? N has become 12. So now again 12 greater than 0 is true. Therefore, it will enter the block second time. And now your R value, your n is now 12. So 10 ones are 10 and remainder is 2. So this is your n modulo 10 and this is n by 10. So your R becomes 2 and your n becomes 1 and your C will become C plus 1, which is 2, and S will become S plus R, which is 5, right? This is your R. So 3 plus 2 will become 5. Okay. Now, again, the control will go back to n greater than 0. Now, what is your n value? 1. 1 greater than 0 is again true. Therefore, the control enters the block. Now, R will be, now let's do the third iteration also. Your n is 1. So, 10 zeros are 0, 1. So, this is your n modulo 10 and this is n by 10. So, now check the values here. In the third iteration, your n becomes 0, R becomes 1, and C will become C plus 1, which is 3, and S will become S plus S is 5 plus R value is 1, this one. So 5 plus 1, 6. Okay. Now, once again, the control will go back to the condition. But now what is the value of n? N is 0. So 0 greater than 0 is false. Therefore, the control comes out and it will print the respective values of C and S. Now, what is your C value? The C value we found is 3, right? And sum of the digit S is 6. So, is it not giving you the right value? So basically what is happening here, if you observe R, this part, what are you doing here? You are extracting the digits of the number one by one in every iteration from right to left. and your n is getting reduced. If you observe carefully, your n values are getting reduced from 12, from 123 to 12, then to 1 and 0. So how many times your loop is executing? 3 times. How many digits are there? 3 digits. So it is executing 3 times, right? So this program will help you to extract the digits in all the programs. Wherever extraction of digit is involved, you have to use these two statements. R for extracting the digits from right to left, and N for reducing the number which controls your loop. So if you understand this, then you can do several programs involving extraction of the digit. Okay, so hope you have understood. Let me show you this by executing the similar program in BlueJ. So here your program is, yes. So let me maximize it. Yeah, so here is the program. Let me show you the program. Here what I'm doing is the same program. I'm accepting the number n as a parameter. I'm using 3 variables: C for keeping track of the count, S for storing the sum, P for storing the product. Okay. See, once you are extracting, see here, once you know how to extract the digits, you can do anything with the digit. You can find the sum of the digit, you can find product of the digit. Okay, you can even find the reverse of the numbers. Here, reverse will be something like this. So you can execute this also separately and find reverse of the number. So it is the same logic we have discussed in the program. So let's see the execution part. Yeah, there are no syntax error. Let me show you the answer. Right click, and if I input a number, say what, 123, what is the count of digits? 3, sum 6, and product also is 6. Okay, let me give 1, 2, 3, 4 so that sum and product are different. Yes. Yes, so number of digits are 4, sum of the digits is 10, and product of digits is 24. Okay, so I hope the use of while loop is clear. So you can just practice some more programs using while loop. Okay, do it in your BlueJ. You find the count of the digits, sum of the digit, product of the digits, reverse of the number, and once you are clear with all these, then you can attempt the advanced programs in while loop. Till then, bye bye.